Today, it just started raining. I mean, it just ended raining, so the ground is still obviously a little wet. A lot of bikers today. So I'm gonna try and do a recording for a little round trip on Redwood Road. It's actually a little bit of a twisty, not too fast. And certainly roads are not in any condition, whether it was dry or wet, because the road is a little bumpy, and they've been doing some work, and it had actually been closed for a little while. But this is on our way to, I believe, Moraga. I've been there before. Just don't have any recording. Here to the left is Willow Golf Course. I played golf here. It's been a while, about 17 years, maybe a little longer. It's a nice course if you're into that kind of thing. It's a little chilly today. I would say it's about 55 right now. Just got a haircut, so I don't got that head insulation, so I feel a little of the wind on the back of my neck. All for a good cause, though. To keep a job. No, I'm just kidding. They don't care. So, there's few bikers. Those look like a little bit of sports bikes. Which you gotta have to be a little careful when you're riding, because they're going to be moving a little faster than you, especially on this type of bike. This is not designed for like speed racing, and I did intentionally. I could have easily gone street triple or speed triple if that's what I wanted. I like Triumph, so this is my choice, what I got. A lot of bikers today, and that's okay. Not against them in general. Alright, so the ground is a little wet today. As I said, it's been raining pretty much non-stop for the last 2 days, particularly Friday, today being Sunday. So hopefully, I was hoping the ground got a little bit drier, which it kind of does. It looks like it's a little bit drier. But as you can see, the road is, wow, it's just a little bouncy for me. I wouldn't say this is the most but what I'm trying to say is that I wouldn't say it's the best road to go fast on. And then you got a little dirt here. As I said, they had just opened this road up March 31st. So you can see a lot of riders, bicyclists particularly, are taking this route, and motorcycles. The last time I was here was actually about a week ago. Yeah, unfortunately, it was late, a little bit in the evening time, but it was really perfect weather, and unfortunately it didn't record. That is the way of life, you know. I had really a good vlog going there. Usually I just kind of go all over the place, but that particular day I was particularly funny, and then it's all gone. And you know how it is to try and recreate something from what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? It's not going to happen. Hopefully this is a good recording. I mean, it's not a bad day to record. I actually took the Honda last time on this road, and of course the Honda is remarkable in its handling abilities. So I haven't even ridden for the last 2 days, pretty much stayed at home due to the rain. Friday it was actually literally non-stop. It was just constant. It wasn't like constant downpour, it was just constant stream of rain. Oh, good, great. So I'm also due for service. I'm actually reaching, look, 501 right now, if you can see. It's actually due for its service right now. So against most, probably most recommendation, I am taking this beyond 500. But I blame that on Triumph or the dealer, where they couldn't do my service. They're making me wait 2 weeks. I mean, who would have thought, right? Over 2 weeks, in fact. When I called it in to do the service, they said that they won't have anything open till the 13th, and so that's literally over 2 weeks of waiting. You know, in most places I usually do a week notice, and that's what I thought I was going to do. So, but they said no, they don't have anything available till Friday. So that's what I'm going to do this coming Friday, to take it for service. And that's just the way it goes, you know. It's like a lot of bikers today. These are touring bikes. Which I'm planning on getting next, or I should say touring bikes, adventure style, whatever. Which I'd like to get following next year or the year after. You know, so so unfortunately my recording from last time was talking about this bike and shortcomings and so forth. So because it hasn't completed its first service yet, my assumption is the mileage will get better, because right now the mileage is kind of pretty bad. That's relative, I guess, I suppose. In that I'm getting about 2 miles, I'm sorry, 2 tanks. What am I talking about? 2 tanks. I'm getting 1 tank, 2 trips, round trips, you know, so yeah, I'm getting about, maybe on a tank I get about 110, 120 miles, and I'm thinking that's probably not very good. Of course, I am riding a little roughly, that I'm not going to lie about, but hoping, you know, after the service it'll get better. Well, I mean, I suppose going slow right now is a good thing. It's going a little too slow for me, but I suppose there is a benefit, and you can probably appreciate the road a little more while it's going slow. But I typically go a little faster, not by much, so it's not too bad. I don't want to rush the guy in front of me. But what can I say? So yeah, so I'm gonna head to Moraga. This is just a ride, you know, it's not going anywhere. I bet the view's not bad over here, if you're into that kind of stuff. Oh, I hope that he's not stuck. That looked like he's really deep in the woods there. But maybe he knows what he's doing. Anyway, so about the bike again. So the fuel isn't as good as I was hoping, but that might change again. Only because, like I said, it hasn't done its service yet. But otherwise, still waiting on the. I mean, I got the windscreen. I just haven't installed it, and that's because of frickin' torque bolt that's attached to this dash, whatever, headlight. Sorry. Is too tight, so I need to go take it. When I take it for service, I'll have the bolt removed. I like I said, the windscreen, or the fly screen as they might call it, is I haven't even tried it. I'm hoping it's pretty good, you know. Anyway, but otherwise, you know, the bike's really mellow. Can't really have too much faults for it, for what it is, you know. It's well balanced. It's a little heavy, but then that heaviness is on the bottom part of the center of gravity. So I would say most people shouldn't have too much of a problem handling this bike. Seat is fine. And that's it, you know. I do have, I put the tail bag on the end. I bought another one, same exact one that I have on my Honda. I like it a lot, and it's pretty easy to put on. And it's got a waterproof thingamajig, which I never use. I don't even know if I have it with me, or if, oh yeah, it does. On this one it does, because I left it in the compartment itself. Or yeah, so yeah, it's nothing. It's a little like I said, I like it. I'm familiar with it. It holds its look pretty well after a few years, you know. This is what I hate by bikes. So about the road, it's not bad, you know. It's got a little bit of country road feel. Bit of curves, not too crazy. I think it's a type of road that would be like leisure ride, you know. If you're going to go here for speed runs, I wouldn't recommend it, because the road, like I said, is just not smooth enough for that. There's just a lot of, and obviously there's a lot of pedestrians, or I should say bicyclists, on this road, so I wouldn't recommend using it for that purpose. But for casual riding, it's kind of short though. I think it's this part of the road is only about 10 miles, so it'd be nice if it were a little longer, but I'm sure there's other roads for that purpose. This one does a nice 10 miles. This is kind of reminds me a little bit of Palermo Road, which is just south of here. Pinehurst Road. I think there's an intersection here somewhere. Yes. Got a little bit of speed here, so you can hear the grunt of the motor. Still love the sound. Oh my goodness, it sounds so good. Now there's a Van Hines, which I suppose may be a little bit better, but man, I like the sound of this one. Definitely a lot of bikes today. Oop, little bit of dirt. Well, you got to be careful, especially right after it rains. Generally speaking, I would say that nice little corner around here. This, yeah, it's pretty nice. Little ravine to my right. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a twist, not too bad. Certainly the road could be better, but I mean, overall this is the bike for this place. You know, it handles the road pretty well. A little bit of bounciness, you know, it can absorb most of that stuff. Can't complain, you know, but this is exactly the type of road that this bike is designed for, at least in my opinion. There's some water down there. Not quite. I think this is the shucks. What is the name of this? Is this the San Pablo Reservoir? I think. I think it is. Not certain, or too certain. Very absorbing, what I should say about this road. It's on the one hand it's pretty curvy here, and on the other hand the road's not very smooth, and there's gravel of course, and it's slightly wet. But I would say that it's a lot. It does require a little focus. And when I mean focus, I don't mean focusing objects. One of the problems about riding, I think there are probably a bunch of people have already talked about, you know, what is it called? Tunnel vision. object focus, something like that. So if you have bad eyesight, like kind of me, at least I'm nearsighted, so objects farther away become slightly blurred. To me, I think that's a benefit, to be honest with you, because I really don't see anything. Like I don't look at objects per se, and that's because by design. Ooh, it's a little wet over here. By design, I would say that because my vision, I would say, which way am I going? Oh, go right here. By design, I almost never see anything, like for example, I'm not really even talking about anything meaningful. Alright, reset, trying to reconcentrate. This truly is an example of unable to multitask. We always talk about humans trying to multitask. Reality is we just don't. We really can't multitask. Now, that's not to say that we can't do many things at once, but reality is most of it is instinct. We're not even aware that we're doing it. Obviously, like breathing, stuff like that, we don't really think about that every time we're doing something, so I wouldn't count that as multitasking. So a lot of what we do is muscle memory, especially in motorcycles. We just react to certain things because we've been exposed to certain things, and based on experience, how much you've picked up, you react to it. You don't think about it. In fact, if you do think about it, you might get into more trouble. I think a lot of it is, if we rely on our own instincts, it turns out we're better off with utilizing those instincts. So my thing is, oh, forgot. No, we got this bridge, and we got bikes. Yeah. Little bit of open road, eh? You good? All right. So we're about to hit a Moraga. Honestly, I don't even know how you pronounce it. Is it a Spanish word? It sounds like a Spanish word, so I kind of pronounce it like it's in Spanish. Moraga. Now, on the other hand, if it's not a Spanish word, then I probably offended a whole bunch of people. Then I probably should say Moraga. Moraga. Bro, what's this? What is going on? There's a little fucking festivity going over there. Tent city. Huh. Now the challenge is, where do I go? Oh, I guess I'm going this way. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was a police. So yeah, the other thing about this place is I have no idea about police. If this is a hot spot for a lot of police. Is it a CHP road? I have no idea. I don't even know Moraga has a police department. So that part I can't inform you or give you information on that. That would, I just say ride safe and relative in the speed limit, and you should be fine. I have been here before. I just don't recall ever seeing police. Ooh, the grunt. Don't know if you can hear it. I'm hoping I'm recording because it'd be a shame. So Vans Hines, sorry I jump around a lot I can't seem to focus like I was talking about multitasking. That was kind of my whole point is unable to do multitasking, and that's kind of true when I'm riding, unless I'm familiar with the road, and I'm not really familiar with this road. I go all over the place. I can only talk for about 10 seconds before I'm thinking about the road again, and different corners, what I'm going to do, blah blah blah. On the other hand, if it's like on the freeway and like commute ride, I actually don't have a problem too much on focusing on one subject. So, and it's not like I write a list down of stuff I need to talk about, because to be honest with you, there's actually people that can do that way better than I can, and frankly nothing really interests me all that much, unless you like gaming, and I like gaming. But about the motorcycle, again, we're talking about what it really can do well, and then what its shortcomings are. And I would say there aren't a lot of shortcomings other than the fuel, but that, like I said, should improve a little bit. I do have a little fuel bottle I do carry with me now, which makes me feel a little bit better. And let's see, what else? Yeah, otherwise it's a really good bike. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. Like all things, you really don't know too much about a bike until you ride it, and then you ride it for a while, and then you have an opinion. And so I've been riding it for over 500 years, 500 miles now, 500 years. And yeah, it's haven't dropped it. That's good, right? I don't plan on dropping it. I got nothing to protect it. There's no sliders or anything like that, you know. Engine guards, nothing. Nothing. It's basically just stock. I don't really want to change it. I mean, like I said, I put a windscreen on it, or the fly screen if you will, and leave it at that. Let other people do their modding. Now, the question is, does it have all the requirements that you would expect? Am I going straight? Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, so does it answer all the needs I need in a bike? No, I don't believe it. It's really the fuel economy, the fuel range, I'd say. The range is not what I would like in a bike, so this would not do like long tours. What else? But everything else, I think it covers pretty well. Yeah. Definitely not ashamed to be on it. I get looks. I don't know if that's part of the requirements, but it does look nice to me. I don't even know where I'm going, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm going a little off. I feel like I'm not going where I think I'm supposed to be going. Might have missed a turn there. It's alright. I've still got plenty of gas. No idea where I'm at. It is warming up a little bit. I'd say it's probably in the 60s. I'm starved. Have not eaten anything today yet. Where are we? Stanley Middle School. Okay. Looks like a rat. Oh no, it isn't. Radiant. Isn't this might be Pleasant Hill? Looks like a little fancy. Probably wealthy people live here, and of course those that serve them. I think this might be Pleasant Hill. That's a freeway. I think I might want to go there. Oh no, I don't think I want to go there. I'll go here then. Oh, this is the freeway. Oh, they do have a BART station here. Who knew? Who would know? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I think I need to go this way. Hey, look at that. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.